we are going to have Chamber, our session here where we talk about our law and how it can protect its citizens here in Ghana. We've got a story of Irene, who traveled to Kuwait and had an unfortunate incident. But she's joining us in studio. I have Irene Arthur Mensah. She is the victim and she'll be telling us her story, and also a human rights lawyer in the person of Mary Ohinewa Afo. Good morning, ladies. So, Irene, you've decided to speak your local language, so you speak and then I'll translate. But tell us briefly what happened to you.
To make sure me office madam said damn me madam ne treat me to me put me by office no me another house to make sure no say member but to catch him say my main country madam no because I very serious or dangerous to make sure no society main country madam is on farming office till one morning na me catch madam say how are you mean to me to person me call office no say on farming call no tia me we in mommy buy into farming call into the opibiano or the bay me it's not me so na me catch and say the opibiano me so mean to me yes say human cause my bread mean to me that mean the din so to person me call another house no say on farming call or smami anopa around that was January 5th July 5th anopa. No, mama, say me kuyi ade ba window be ewo outside ono. So I want no mama say me kuyi ade. Te me fru we no me hu yan ni say me wo hospital.
In hospital, how long were you there?
3 months.
Okay. So Irene is telling us that she traveled to Kuwait and she was working with a particular woman and she wasn't able to eat or sleep in the house. And so she reported to another woman who was in an office where she knew the people who had liaised for her to come to Kuwait. She told the woman that she wanted to leave the house in which she was serving because she was not happy there. She wanted to relocate to another house, but the woman declined. So she told her to tell her boss, as it was, that she wanted to come to the office. Her boss, however, said she was not going to be the one to send her there. And she asked her to go and get something from a particular part of the house that had a window, but all she remembers after that incident was waking up in the hospital. And to follow up, Irene relocated to Ghana. I mean, after various things were done, immigration processes gone through, she came back to Ghana and visited the hospital for a medical condition. But while she was there, she was requested to take some x-rays, and when the x-rays were taken, we realized she had some fixators, medical implants that had been put in her, but she wasn't aware of any surgical procedure. She, however, had the scar. And so that was when we got in touch with Irene and decided to follow up on the story. Thank you very much. But Mary, let me come to you concerning our human rights, basic human rights. What has been violated in Irene's case and what are the processes she could have gone through to make sure this didn't happen?
Yeah, thank you very much. We are looking at her human rights in Ghana here and then the international laws on human rights. First of all, the state has to protect people like her and those who are about to fall in such situations. But then the state cannot do all these things without ensuring that the corporates or the bad people who are even recruiting them to Kuwait are being dealt with. What are the recruitment processes? The visa application, how many visas are issued a day? What do they tell them to convince them to travel? Are they giving the right, the kind of advertisement that are put out there? Are they, when they travel, do they do exactly what they've been convinced to travel and do? Right. So we need to tackle that aspect. Then the Foreign Affairs Ministry, what are the role in these things, or the various high commissioners in the other countries, the Ghana high commissioners? What do they do when people fall in such situations? Where do they go to for help or for assistance or for their own protection? Then we have the international laws, the human rights. Human rights are basic, they are universal, it borders on everyone. So if you are in Ghana and travel abroad and you're going through, you know, all these human rights violations and all that, and torture, what are the laid down procedures or the laws or the protection? Who must help such people? Right. That is why we have the system, we have the high commissioners and all that. So if this Irene in her situation, she's in Ghana here, she can't afford a lawyer, and any lawyer who would want to help Irene probably it would be easier if the problem happened in Ghana. How many lawyers are willing to do pro bono? Are they going to Kuwait and sue the people there who caused her that, who removed her body parts? We have to look at situations where it has to do with ordinary people. Who is to fight for her rights? So I think that the Foreign Affairs Ministry, they have been handling bits and pieces of such issues, the security systems, the immigration, all of them have roles. Irene has already gone through the situation, but what about those who
are yet?
Yes, the visa contractors, how can we stop them? Or who is supervising or checking these illegal whatever visa and job recruitment abroad and all that? So for now, she may have all the legal rights, but how can she enforce her rights? Can she, who is to follow, which lawyer is to follow her to Kuwait? Or are they going to the International Criminal Court? How can she get up? Except the state decides to intervene. Except the government of Ghana decides that he is going to take care of people in Irene's situation. When they are deported and they come with all the human rights issues, unless we have a system here in Ghana, where they must they walk to Ministry of Foreign Affairs to get help, or must they, if she's a female or, you know, gender, whatever, must she go to the Ministry of Gender and Social Protection? Where can she go? Or she just goes to the central police station to tell her story? Or even if she walks into a law firm, how can the lawyers assist her, looking at the cost involved? Or can there be any compensation that the state can give to people who are affected without their fault, or people who are ignorant of even their basic human rights? So I believe that this thing can go on, but then at the end of the day, if there's no help coming anywhere, the state should be able to, or the state should be liable. The state should be responsible for Irene's situation. And maybe we should hold the Minister for Foreign Affairs responsible. Yes, because I believe there were issues like that when the ministry or the minister had to go in and give them some money. Whether, I don't know whether it was the Libya issue. And even in South Africa, all these issues come up. The Minister for Foreign Affairs should be the right person that Irene should walk through and look for her to help her, because you can't fight the cost involved. Are you going to fight, and is there an international dispute? Can she afford? How many lawyers can do that? The state should be held liable. Very
well, but also there's that issue of the individuals willingly go, you know, to these foreign countries, obviously in search of better, greener pastures. But when they go, like you rightly said, maybe in the advertisement they ask that she be a house help, but obviously she goes there, maybe they want to change the job description.
I wish you can find out from
Irene, what exactly were you told? Oh, kono dene ye ka se wo koye wo.
Omo ka se omo nkan chem se me koye fie djuma, omo se ye office. Nti nimpa na omo makoye ni djuma, no be sen liska no ama da we no. Nimpa na ode me beko no. Nti da ma no.
Jono ne tua ma wonya o paper bibia.
But enyam ono me brother penny no Spanish as can e wo me ho. That is kana ode ma guy ni die. But me brother na ebo ka ba plane ticket ni die. Woman ni tua but one can't tell me say me koye house help.
So Mary, that's why I want to find out, when the job description changes, what happens?
It means that these people, we just have to categorize them as vulnerable people, vulnerable and gullible. In fact, she is so powerless, she can't do anything, except the state decides to stop it at the roots, you know, roots level. The recruitment, whatever, the visa people, and it's sad that poor people can't get help when they need help. In fact, her story is so touchy, but how can I help her? I may also equally be so powerful too, or, you know, financially, you know, I don't know, I won't be able to help her, even with the legal, whatever, services. But then the only way I can come in is, how can we ensure that our security system go into those recruitment, whatever, visa, but it's even hard to find them, because some of them are even online, whatever. Exactly. So we should be able to educate the public that do not follow these people. They are not greener up pastures anyway. And I don't like it when I have to talk about government. The government should be able to provide jobs, even in the rural community, so that she won't be able. Lots of girls won't travel. she's even, I must say, she's even lucky. Some go in for prostitution, but then they are promised that the next and this and that. And some visa contractors don't even take money from the people. They just, we are and they take them there, and some do not come back. Their lungs, liver, whatever, kidney, all those things are removed. But the state should be careful. The state should, we need more protection. It's not just about, you know, just being there and motorcade following them, and we see them in their V8. We need to see the protection. It should come down to the basic level, the poor people. And, you know, I like it, yeah, free education, but how many people are educated enough that this thing is a scam? Do not follow these visa people. And it's all, if I know, Accra, now, you are in Accra, or Accra. Accra, so which area?
How far is name?
The MPs should also help us. The MPs, I don't know, but let's find a way to see how best we can help her, because she has to be strong. If a medical person would have assessed her, probably they would say that maybe 70%, whatever, life, what they have those words. Yeah, she is not 100% or 90% fit. She's lost a lot of strength or accessibility. So the state should be able to, we should help her. Are you working or something?
No, I can't.
She's currently not working. That's why TV3 took up this
then
case, and we
TV3
certainly will follow up on
her.
that. But I'd like to say a very big thank you to Mary Ohinewa Aful. She is a human rights lawyer, and also Irene Arthur Mensah, whose story has been told today. But certainly we'll give you more on her story. So anyone who's touched by this story should contact TV3 and be of help. We'd like to say a very big thank you to all of you, our sponsors, Nido, RMG, and Vodafone, for sponsoring our show. And that's how the cookie crumbles on the show. We'll see you same time tomorrow, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Your favorite morning show will be here, myself, Johnny, and we'll bring you all the news from the world and here. Well, that's all for today. Have a blessed day.